The time has come to break the old patterns of your life. Today is the day you decide to do things differently, to be different, and to create a new destiny. How many times have you found yourself repeating the same habits, making the same mistakes, following the same path, and wondering why things never change? Maybe it's because you're afraid of change. Maybe, deep down, you're so used to what's familiar that the unknown feels too frightening. But I ask you, what would happen if, for a moment, you had the courage to do things differently? Think about it. Your life, as it is today, is the result of your past choices. The decisions you made, the paths you chose. But from this moment on, you can change everything. Today, you can start creating a new world for yourself. It's not a change that comes from outside, from others, or from circumstances. This change comes from within. It starts in your thoughts, in the way you see things, in how you speak to yourself. When you think differently, speak differently, and act differently, you open the way for the new to happen. True transformation begins and you decide to break the patterns that have been holding you back. And that decision is right in front of you now. The choice is yours. If you want new results, you need to make new choices. Real change doesn't happen from the outside in, it begins inside you. It's in the way you think, how you see the world and yourself. And it doesn't have to be a giant revolution all at once. Small actions, subtle shifts in how you think and act, already have the power to completely transform your reality. Every thought is a seed you plant, and what you harvest depends on the quality of those seeds. Changing internally means reprogramming the way you approach life. Instead of seeing obstacles, you begin to see opportunities. Instead of being a prisoner of the past, you open yourself up to the future. And it's not something that happens overnight, but a constant process of choice. Every time you decide to think differently, speak more positively, or act with more courage, you are building a new path. And over time, that new path becomes your new reality. Breaking old patterns requires a bit of discomfort, it's true. It's natural to feel fear when stepping out of your comfort zone, but it's in that discomfort that change happens. Accepting the idea that life is shaped from the inside out gives you immense power. It's not what happens to you, but how you respond to it that defines your destiny. True strength comes from the ability to look within and find in yourself the resources necessary to create the life you desire. Every day, you have the chance to make different choices. You don't need to change everything all at once, but start with a shift in mindset. When you decide to see the world with new eyes, everything around you begins to transform. Think differently, speak differently, act differently. And little by little, you'll realize that the new world you've been dreaming of is being built, not outside, but within you. When you start to change internally, it's as if you open a new door to infinite possibilities. Every positive thought you nurture and every limiting belief you let go of are like bricks building a new foundation for your life. Internal change isn't just about thinking differently, it's a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. As you allow yourself to explore new ideas and embrace evolution, you begin to realize that what once seemed impossible is now within your reach. This new perspective not only transforms the way you see yourself, but also the way the world around you presents itself. Breaking daily patterns is one of the greatest challenges we face. We all develop habits and routines that, over time, become automatic. Sometimes, we don't even realize we're stuck in them, living on autopilot day after day. These patterns can be small, like the way we react to a problem, or big, like our fears and insecurities that hold us back from going further. But what we need to understand is that these patterns are exactly what keep us in the same place, preventing our growth. To break these cycles, awareness is essential. The first step is to recognize these patterns. Pause for a moment and observe, what do you do every day, automatically, that isn't leading you where you want to go? Perhaps it's procrastination, fear of trying something new, or even the thought that things will never change. Identifying these internal traps is the beginning of transformation. From that moment on, you gain the power to make conscious choices. Breaking old patterns requires action. It's not enough to simply identify what needs to change, you must act differently. And here's the secret, the change doesn't have to be radical. Small changes, made consistently, are incredibly powerful. If every day you do something a little different, like adjusting your morning routine or altering how you react to a challenge, the cumulative effect will be transformative. It's in this constant movement, day after day, that patterns are broken. The key to this change is persistence. Many give up when things get tough or when they don't see immediate results. But it's exactly at that point that you need to keep going. Breaking daily patterns requires patience and determination. True change is a gradual process, but the rewards it brings are long-lasting. Every time you do something different, you are shaping the person you want to become. Remember that discomfort is part of the process. Change means stepping out of your comfort zone, and that can be scary. But the life you want, the dreams you wish to achieve, are on the other side of that discomfort. And every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to that reality. Don't underestimate the power of small daily changes. They are the foundation for great transformations. It's crucial to understand that breaking daily patterns is a practice that requires consistency and attention. Each day is a new opportunity to make different choices, and each small decision adds up to a significant impact over time. Try making a small change, like adopting a new morning routine or responding to a challenge in a different way. These actions, no matter how small, have the power to destabilize old habits and pave the way for new experiences. By persisting on this path, you not only break old patterns but also create a new self, more aligned with your dreams and aspirations. The power of acceptance is one of the greatest allies in the journey of personal transformation. Often, we find ourselves fighting against situations, emotions, or even parts of ourselves that we dislike. This resistance only brings more pain and frustration. Accepting what is, without judgment or trying to change it immediately, is the first step toward true change. When we accept our circumstances and emotions, we create space for understanding and growth. Acceptance does not mean resignation. It's important to differentiate between resignation and acceptance. Acceptance is an act of courage that allows us to look at our reality without masks. It's the recognition that things are as they are, and that we can choose how we respond to them. When we accept, we release the energy that was once spent on resistance, allowing change to happen more smoothly and naturally. Acceptance also helps us cultivate compassion, especially for ourselves. Instead of criticizing ourselves for our mistakes or failures, we can view them as learning opportunities. Every challenge we face, every mistake we make, is a chance to become stronger and wiser. When we embrace our imperfections, we become more authentic and free to move forward. Sometimes, life presents us with situations that are beyond our control. Accepting these circumstances allows us to find inner peace. Instead of fighting against what we cannot change, we can focus on how we can respond in a constructive way. This shift in perspective gives us power and autonomy. By accepting reality, we become better equipped to make choices that align with our goals and dreams. Finally, remember that acceptance is an ongoing process. It's not something that happens once and is resolved. Sometimes, resistance might come back, and that's okay. The important thing is to return to the practice of acceptance whenever necessary. The more we practice, the easier it becomes. Acceptance is the key that unlocks the path to transformation. It is where we find the strength to change and create the life we truly desire. Life is a continuous cycle of transformation and growth, and you have the power to shape it in the way you wish. By breaking old patterns, accepting what is, and adopting a mindset of change, you are creating a space for the new to flourish. Never underestimate the strength that resides within you. Every small action, every new choice, contributes to building the life you dream of. Remember, change does not happen overnight. It is a gradual process that requires patience and dedication. Every step you take toward your true self is a step toward a brighter and fuller future. Allow yourself to make mistakes, learn, and reinvent yourself. Life is made of opportunities, and each moment is a chance to rewrite your story. Lastly, never forget, true transformation begins from the inside out. By embracing change, acceptance, and courage, you become the author of your own life. May your journey be filled with self-awareness and accomplishments. Move forward with the certainty that you are capable of creating a world where joy, hope, and fulfillment reside. The future is yours, and it is waiting for you.